Hello all, welcome back. എല്ലാവരും സുഖമായിരിക്കുന്നു എന്ന് വിശ്വസിക്കുന്നു. This session we will discuss about the Git installation and a repo creation in the GitHub. After that we will discuss about the push button program and LED interfacing. So we will flash the basic program into the STM32 board and we will conduct a debug session also. So first we will check why we use the Git for our project, why we are using Git into the embedded system. So this is actually for your future purpose also. Joining in a company, so multiple developers are involved in a single project, so they should use version control tool for their development purpose. So commonly they are using Git and SVN as a version control tool, but why I am preferring Git in our project? Why? Because it's a free version, so we can check what are the advantages of using Git into our project. So as I explained earlier, different developers can develop code without depending each other, and finally integrator can integrate into a single code. So this is the first advantages of using Git as a version control tool. Next one, it's a free version, and next one, code sharing is very easy. So in my entire video session, codes will be shared by the GitHub only. So these are the advantages why I am using Git as a version control tool in our video session. Okay, let's see how we can download and install Git into our system. So after installation, we will create a repo and we will transfer our files to the repo. Okay, first of all, we need to load the site gitscm.com and move to downloads and select our OS. So Windows we can select. So Git will start to download now. You can start the installation. Give next. So here we can see what are the things we are going to install. So make sure that desktop icon is also enabled. So these all things are default. Installation is completed. We can click on launch Git bash and finish. Okay, so our Git bash window is launched now. After installation of Git, we need to create a repo in github.com. So move to github.com site, and we can click on sign up for GitHub, and we need to fill the basic information. Then one verification mail will come to our mail ID. So verify the account. After verification, we can sign into our account and create a repository. So click on create repository tab. Give the repository name. Okay, make it is public, and next we can select add a readme file. So create a repository. So our repository is created with the name video tutorials, and our readme file is also initialized. Next we need to configure username and password to the Git. So for that we can open our Git on the project we created. So right click on the folder, go to Git bash here and type Git config global user dot name space your username. Okay, next we need to configure Gmail address also. Okay, we can move to git global user dot email. Give the mail address. Okay, so now we configured both our username and password to Git. Now we need to clone our repo to the local system. For cloning the repo, we need to copy the URL. Okay, just copy the URL and go to the Git window and type git clone, give the URL. Okay, so our cloning is completed. After cloning, we can see our project is updated with the two files. First one is .git file and readme file. So that makes the confirmation like our repo is a Git repo. So we can see the status by launching the Git bash again. So we can check the status, Git status. So this indicating these files are uncommitted file. Because these are newly created files, we can commit these files by the following commands: git add dot. Okay, so our files are added to the main branch, so we can see the status again. So now these all are in green color. That means we added these files to our repo. Then we can do a commit, git commit message. We can do a message also. Then we need to do a git push. Okay, now our branch is updated to the GitHub. We can check the status also. You can go to the GitHub and we can just refresh it. Okay, so you can see the files are updated in the remote repo. Okay, so we can confirm now our main branch is updated with the GitHub with the old changes. Now you updated the check the status again by using git status. We can see there is no changes in the file. Next, we are going to see how we can update the program for push button and LED. For this, first we need to find out which GPIO is connected to push button and LED. So we know like LED is connected to PA5 and we already configured this one as a GPIO pin. Next, push button is connected to PC13. So now we are going to configure this as a GPIO input port using STM32 CubeMX software. So we are going to open STM32 CubeMX software. So our project is LED basic. So we are going to open this one. So we already created a video session for how to create the project in STM32 CubeMX session. So link is available in the description. You can go watch the session if you are not aware of how to create a project in STM32 CubeMX session. So in that session, we already configured PA5 as a GPIO output port. Now we are configuring PC13 as a GPIO input port. So we are going to configure GPIO input as a PC13. So this is all about the configuration. So we are going to generate the code. Now our project is loaded, so we will go to the main.c file. Okay, our main.c file is open now. I'm going to update our code in the while one loop. Okay, code is loaded. So you can see I have updated one variable pin read. So that pin read will be read the GPIO value, GPIO pin 13. We know like GPIO pin 13 is connected to the push button source. So I'm reading the status to the pin read, and our LED is working in an active low logic. That means whenever we are passing a 0 value to the LED will be on. So what I am doing, I'm checking the current reading status. So if it is active high, I'm passing a active low logic to LED. That means LED is going to turn on whenever I'm pushing the button. In other cases, LED will be off. So this is the basic program, pin and LED interface. Okay, I will save the program. I will going to compile this one. Okay, build process is completed with no errors. So you can check the console. So build process is completed. So we are going to the debug session now. Okay, so debug session I'm going to start. Okay, so we are in the debug session now. So I'm going to run the program. Okay, so our program is running now. As you can see here, whenever I'm pushing the user button, we can see our LED will glow. Okay, we are going to reset our controller. Again we are running and we are going to push the button. Okay, so whenever we are pushing the button, LED will be on. Next we will see how we can upload these changes to the GitHub. For this we need to right click on our project, go to Git bash here. We can check the status. So we can see these files are changed according to our configuration change. So we are going to add this one into a new branch. So I'm going to create a new branch in our repo. Using git branch command, we will give the branch name also. Okay, so I given the branch name as LED switch. So I'm going to check out the current branch. Git checkout is the command, LED switch. Okay, so now currently we are in the LED switch branch. So I'm going to add these all updated files to the new branch. So for that our command is git add. I'm going to wind up today's session. See you in the next class.